What's up, One Piece fans? Welcome back to Cinematic Cravings. Season 2 is approaching, bringing big questions, epic battles, and legendary moments. But how will Netflix fit the entire Alabasta Arc into just 8 episodes? Today we're breaking down all the key details of the Alabasta Arc. Luffy's fight for survival against Crocodile, Vivi's emotional struggle, Ace's grand entrance, and Chopper's journey to joining the crew. Plus, we'll discuss how the season finale might drop hints about Skypiea. You don't want to miss this. But before we get into the details, I realize that most of you have already watched and passed by, but subscribing and liking is free. Come on, let's be generous. Subscribe to the channel and like the video so we can grow together. Let's get started. The One Piece live-action series became one of Netflix's biggest surprises, and with the confirmation of a second season, the hype is rising once again. However, a major question lies ahead. How will a vast storyline like the Alabasta saga fit into just 8 episodes? While the East Blue saga in the first season was well-balanced, entering the Grand Line means everything is about to get bigger, more complex, and far more epic. Expectations are sky-high because the Alabasta Arc is one of One Piece's most iconic storylines, featuring some of the series' most emotional and intense battles. As Luffy and his crew embark on a perilous adventure to stop Crocodile's sinister plans, they will also be taking their first real steps into the brutal world of the Grand Line. The way this season is structured will directly impact the future of the series. If Netflix handles this adaptation properly, it could lay a fantastic foundation for the One Piece live-action universe. So, where will Season 2 begin? We already know that Loguetown is being adapted because Luffy's encounter with Smoker will serve as the final major test for the Straw Hat crew before they enter the Grand Line. Smoker's presence will establish that the Marines now view Luffy as a serious threat. But the real significance of Loguetown lies in the execution of Gol D. Roger, the event that sparked the Great Pirate Era. This moment will be crucial in connecting Luffy's dream of becoming a pirate with the origins of the Pirate Age itself. The Grand Line entrance scene must be truly epic. Covering Reverse Mountain and Laboon's story could add deep emotional weight to the series. Laboon's tragic past, his long years of waiting, and the Straw Hats' promise to return to him could be one of the most unforgettable moments this season. Also, is it possible that we might see early hints of Brook's character in this scene? Now, the biggest question arises: how many episodes will Netflix dedicate to Alabasta's story? Once the crew enters the Grand Line, we know they will visit Whiskey Peak, Little Garden, and Drum Island. But will some of these stops be rushed through, or will they each receive a detailed adaptation? Specifically, the question of whether Dory and Brogy's story in Little Garden will be properly explored remains a major mystery. Whiskey Peak will be the Straw Hats' first serious challenge in the Grand Line. Though it appears to be a welcoming town, in reality it is a trap set by the Baroque Works organization, led by Crocodile. Netflix might speed up this section, but it is crucial that key scenes involving Vivi's introduction remain intact. Vivi will be one of the most important characters in the Alabasta Arc, and the audience must have enough time to realize that she is an undercover agent within Baroque Works. Netflix highlighting the bond between Vivi and Karoo could help establish a stronger emotional connection with the audience. However, the real question is how Netflix will portray Vivi realizing the true danger of Baroque Works. Since Mr. Five and Ms. Valentine will make their debut in this section, it is crucial to see how the Straw Hats handle their first serious enemy group. But about Little Garden? This is where things get complicated. The story of the giant warriors Dory and Brogy becomes highly significant in later parts of the One Piece universe. However, since the live-action adaptation is limited to only 8 episodes, this part will most likely be condensed. This means that the battle against Baroque Works agents Mr. 3 and Miss Golden Week could be shortened, with only a few key moments being kept intact. One thing is certain: Luffy and Zoro witnessing the duel between the giants in Little Garden is one of the first hints that the Straw Hats will eventually face much greater forces. Netflix might shorten this scene, but it absolutely cannot be removed, as this is where the Straw Hats truly begin to understand the brutal reality of the pirate world. Drum Island will be the emotional peak of Season 2. This is where the Straw Hats gain a new crew member and where Chopper's heartbreaking past is revealed. If Netflix dedicates enough time to this arc, Dr. Hiroluke's legacy and Chopper's relationship with Dr. Kureha could make for one of the most touching moments of the season. But the big question is, will Wapol's story be fully adapted? In the manga, Wapol and the corrupt system of Drum Kingdom serve as the first instance of Luffy overthrowing a ruler. However, given Netflix's time constraints, will this battle be rushed? The way Drum Island is adapted will give us a clear indication of the overall pacing of Season 2. If this arc is given enough screen time, Alabasta's storyline will likely be split into a third season. However, if things move too quickly, the entirety of the Alabasta Arc might be condensed into this season. The Alabasta Arc, the first major story of the Grand Line, will be the Straw Hats' first true test. Vivi joining the crew to save her people will showcase that this series isn't just about the struggle between pirates and the Marines. This is a full-scale revolution. Netflix's biggest challenge will be capturing Alabasta's political atmosphere and Crocodile's imperial ambitions in a way that resonates with the audience. How will Crocodile's Baroque Works organization be handled in Netflix's adaptation? In the manga and anime, this organization is introduced as a massive network filled with secret agents and hired assassins. However, due to the limited runtime of the live-action adaptation, some characters and battles might be cut. Mr. 1, Mr. 2, Bon Clay, Mr. 4, Miss Merry Christmas must be included, as each of them engages in a major battle against the Straw Hats. However, characters like Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine, who have less impact on the overall story, may have their screen time reduced. Vivi and Crocodile's struggle could be one of One Piece's most emotional moments. Luffy's unwavering trust in her and his iconic line, "You're our friend, so we're not leaving you behind," is one of the most important dialogues capturing the One Piece spirit. If Netflix effectively portrays Vivi's fight for her people, viewers will become even more emotionally invested, making the Alabasta Arc an unforgettable conclusion. But the biggest moment here is undoubtedly the battles between Luffy and Crocodile. Luffy's crushing defeat in their first fight marks the first time in the One Piece universe where an enemy completely overwhelms him. Netflix needs to handle this scene correctly, as Crocodile's power and intelligence play a key role in Luffy's long-term growth. So, how will Portgas D. Ace's scenes be handled? His introduction and first meeting with Luffy will be one of the most exciting moments for fans. If Netflix dedicates enough time to Ace's character, this season could drop major hints about his role in the future. His arrival in Alabasta is more than just a reunion. It's a setup for the Marineford War, one of the most pivotal events in One Piece. Luffy's battle against Crocodile is one of the most critical fights in the series. This is the first time Luffy is defeated twice before finally emerging victorious in their third encounter. How Netflix paces this fight will be crucial. Crocodile's sand abilities need to be visually stunning, and CGI effects must accurately depict the interaction between water and sand. But the real concern is the fight's pacing. If Netflix rushes through Crocodile's victories and Luffy's comeback, the emotional weight of the battle could be lost. However, if the fight receives enough screen time, it could become one of the most iconic moments in the One Piece live-action series. Luffy realizing that water neutralizes Crocodile's sand powers, and then using that knowledge to win in their third battle, will be one of the defining moments of the season. Once Crocodile is defeated, the people of Alabasta will finally be free, but Vivi will face her biggest test. The Straw Hats will offer her a place in their crew, but she won't be able to abandon her kingdom. This moment leads to one of One Piece's most emotional scenes. As the Straw Hats leave, Vivi gives them her final farewell, but none of them verbally respond. Instead, they silently raise their left arms, showing their unwavering bond with her. If Netflix faithfully recreates this moment, it will surely bring One Piece fans to tears. This farewell scene is one of the strongest moments showcasing the deep connection between Luffy and his crew. Vivi choosing to stay behind despite being a part of the Straw Hat family proves that the crew is not just a group of pirates, but a true family. How Netflix ends the season is a major topic of speculation. Once the Alabasta arc concludes, the Straw Hats' next adventure will be Skypiea. If Netflix confirms a third season, we may get our first hints of Skypiea's mysterious atmosphere in the season finale. The best way to do this would be to use the scene where Robin joins the crew. Since Nico Robin becomes the newest member after Alabasta, This could serve as the perfect transition into the Skypiea arc. If the showrunners drop hints about Robin's past and the poneglyphs, it could seamlessly set up the beginning of Skypiea's story in the next season. In summary, One Piece Season 2 is shaping up to be an incredible adventure. If Netflix gets the pacing right, the Alabasta saga could stay true to both the manga and anime. However, if they rush through the story, some crucial details may be lost. So the big question is, will Netflix do One Piece justice? The One Piece live-action series is at a critical turning point. The beginning of the Grand Line, the epic battles in Alabasta, and the emotional farewells will determine how successful this adaptation truly is. Do you think Netflix can properly adapt the Alabasta arc? Will Luffy versus Crocodile, the growing bond of the Straw Hat crew, and Vivi's heartbreaking farewell be among the most unforgettable moments of the series? Let us know your thoughts in the comments and tell us which scene you're most excited to see. For more One Piece theories, analysis, and in-depth breakdowns, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.